Welcome back to the Roar Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I'm reading on the day. But before we get started, you know what we do and you know how we do it and where we do it at, and that would be in the settings. Go in your settings, find your subscribe button, and go ahead on and subscribe. What you waiting on, huh? And while you're in there, hit your notification bell so you know when I upload or when I just want to pop in. And give me a thumbs up to fight my nemesis. And whew, it is a beast, that algorithm. I really would appreciate it. And right here, that's our join button. That's for channel memberships. And if you choose to become a channel member, you will be supporting my little channel to grow, to improve, and to continue. And I will be so grateful for that support. And I have an announcement. We have a new channel member. We do. We have a new member to the reading club. Her name is Tracy Tanksley. Tracy, thank you. Thank you so much for seeing something in my channel and saying, you know what, I want to support it. I want to nurture it. Oh, I am so thrilled with you. I am so thrilled to have you. I really am. And because you are now a part of the reading club, you can go over to the community page and your official welcome to the reading club will be posted over there. And everybody go over there and show Tracy some love and welcome her to the reading club because I am thrilled to pieces to have her. I really am. Also, I want to give some shout outs too. I have three people who I want to shout out. One is Gwen Stevenson. Gwen Stevenson, thank you so much for the super thanks. I appreciate it so very much for you to just continue to support this channel. It means everything. And I want to shout out Gregory White. Gregory, thank you. Thank you for the super thanks. I appreciate it so much. Oh, so glad you decided to support this channel. And Leona Brown. Leona, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting this channel and thank you for the super thanks. I appreciate it so very much. And the super thanks button is right over here if you decide to use it. And whenever you do, if you do, I will be thrilled with your support. I really would. All right, with all that said, let's get to the read because we have a lot. We have a lot. And I cannot wait to share. When I was putting together the read today, of course, you know where I was. I was in these internet streets. I was up and down these internet streets. And I was pretty much looking at some articles. I went over to the dark side, and I do have two articles to share from the dark side. One will get on your nerves, and one is kind of a backup from the read that I did yesterday, the podcast I did about the shakeup at the palace, how the knives are out and look like Anne is going to get shanked, if you know what I mean. And this person is supporting that. They want Anne to be put out to pasture with the horse that kicked in the head. I'm just saying, they do. And which is surprising to me. Also, I was on Instagram a little bit. It was kind of boring over there. It was a lot of old pictures. I didn't see anything new over there. So I didn't stay over there very long. I went straight on over to X. Y'all know where I love to go over there and see what the squatters are doing, who they dragging, who they being petty about. And I went over there. And the person that they're dragging today is Camilla Tominey. As the squatties call her, as the squatties has renamed her and gave her a name and uses it like it's her government name, and that would be Camilla Tominey the liar. The squatties don't ever say Camilla Tominey. It's always Camilla Tominey the liar. They use that like that's her government name. And it is so funny to me, I must say, because I be joining in. I call her Camilla Tominey the liar myself because it ain't like it's a lie. She is a liar. How many times have we called Camilla Tominey lying? It's ridiculous. And she is a mouthpiece for William and Kate. She's a bootlicker, a brown noser, a kisser, and all of it, and happily do it with a smile on her face. She's that type. That's all I'm saying. Well, I'm going to put this up. And this is one of the squatties put this up, but it is so many posts dragging her over on X, formerly known as Twitter. It is ridiculous. And what is going on? And the reason they dragging her is because of this face she made right here. Like she was in pain, or to me, they be saying she looked like she was in pain. To me, she looked like she constipated. She looked like she is full of it, if you know what I mean. And and I believe I'm right. But this is the face she made when she asked Boris Johnson about Harry and Meghan, just like it's they I have never saw anything like the fact that these people ask anybody and everybody about Harry and Meghan. And don't let it be an American. Oh, they're going to ask if somebody come over there with a new perfume and have no idea or anything, any random thing. They'll ask them about Harry and Meghan. It is the craziest thing I have ever saw. But the reason she asked Boris Johnson about it is because he was trying to clout chase. With his book, he got a memoir out, and the first thing he released, the excerpt that he released, was about who? Harry and Meghan. Trying to clout chase. Now, you are a former prime minister of the United Kingdom, and you cannot carry your own weight and carry your own book without using Harry and Meghan to clout chase. And that's exactly what he did. He said, and he put in his book, that the palace had asked him to talk to Harry and try to get him to change his mind about leaving royal duties. Now, since then, since he put that in the excerpts, I think it was in the Daily Mail, he has started to backpedal because the palaces has pushed back on that, saying that that did not happen. Now, I don't know who to believe in this situation because both of them are just nothing but liars. I mean, if it was raining outside, if the palace said it was raining outside, I would not believe it unless I could walk out there and get wet. And that's pretty much the same way it is with Boris Johnson. So when you got two liars calling each other a lie, you really don't know which one to believe. And I can't say I care enough to either way. But I digress. She had him on there, and of course, she had to ask him about that and ask him about Harry and Meghan. But this face right here conspired and transpired when he did not respond to her question a lot, just the way she expected him to do it. And it went something like this. It says, Boris Johnson. He said, at an education event, Harry and Meghan was brilliant. Meghan was articulate and on top of the details. Now, why wouldn't her? Why wouldn't she? Meghan is an Ivy League graduate, double major, and speaks what, three languages? Meghan is not no lightweight like Kate, somebody who is pretty much two or three clicks above a coat hanger. That's what Kate is. Kate is a clothes hanger. That's all she is. She can't tie together three sentences. She could, if you gave her rope, she could not tie together three sentences without absolutely hurting herself and tying her own self in a knot. But somehow they act like they were shocked that Meghan was articulate and knew the details. Meghan is always prepared. Meghan is no joke. She's a boss lady. And that's why she could not survive in that family. Because you cannot, as a brilliant, excellent person. You cannot survive around a bunch of mediocre vipers because their goal in life is going to be to tear you down and to diminish you at every turn, pretty much shank you. And that's exactly what was going on there. So, but he decided to tell the truth. But no surprise here, we all know Megan is extraordinary and horrified, horrified Camilla, Camilla Tomley, the liar, said, "So you got on well with Megan." Like, why wouldn't he get on well with Megan? Everybody who has ever met Megan has always said that she is the sweetest, most delightful, kindest, very humble human being. These people lie so much about Megan, they start to believe their own lies. Like she is shocked that Megan would be the person that she has always presented herself to be. And look at her face. It's as if he punched her in her stomach. And Boris Johnson says, "Yeah, I got on well with them both, with both of them." And then she was broken. She was broken by that. And the squatties are dragging her because she really. Let me tell you a little bit about this long faced person. She is the one who they leaked to out Harry and Meghan's relationship. She is the one that William and Kate leaked to, saying that Meghan made Kate cry. This is the same woman. This is the same woman who lied and said Megan said that Archie was reading at 2 or 3 years. I think he was a baby. He was even younger than that. And Megan, you can clearly go back to the tape, the tape, and Megan didn't say no such thing. But she felt the need to lie on Megan, trying to generate the belief that somehow Megan is a liar when she is a liar. And that interview just didn't go the way she wanted it to go. And this is the face we got for it. And I'm telling you, the squatties are enjoying every minute of it. They are devouring it. It is just delicious because she didn't get what she wanted. Every time somebody, they want everybody to talk horribly about Meghan and Harry. And in actuality, if you tell the truth, they are delightful people. Like he said, they are brilliant. Meghan is are Lord have mercy, articulate and on top of the details. That's Meghan. And but she didn't want to hear that. She wanted to hear some made up junk her and Angela Levin pulled out of their butt. Now they'll go with something like that. It's ridiculous. Also, they're still talking about over there about that Tom Sykes article that we talked about yesterday about the knives out. And one of my favorite squatties said this. He said Tom Sykes is insisting that it's pretty much knives out in the royal family between Charles and William. It's always fun to read articles about how powerful William is when he spends the majority of his time talking about you guess who, Harry and Meghan. Amen. Amen. But this is the way I feel about it. If you go back and you look at all the films of William growing up and his interaction with Charles, you know, he has always been disrespectful. He has always had an attitude. He has always not showed deference to his father. Harry always has, but he has not. And this is just a continuation of who he is. And it's only gotten worse because he has the Duchy of Cornwall. Charles no longer has any kind of control over him financially. And William has said it from the beginning. Ever since Charles has become king, I think Charles had become was king, what, maybe 1 or 2 weeks? And he was already briefing about when his coronation, when he become king, how he was going to conduct himself. None of this stuff in Tom Sykes is new except putting Anne out to pasture and him hating Camilla. Now I had started to think that he maybe had fell under her wicked spell and really, really had started to like her. I knew Harry didn't never have anything for her, but I thought maybe William had fell under her spell. But after this Tom Sykes article, it is very clear that William has nothing for her. And like I said in my podcast yesterday, Tom Parker Bowles better absolutely, when Charles blows out his last breath in this world, he best have the car running because William is going to have Camilla by the neck and by the butt, and he is going to wind up and throw her just as far as he can throw her out them gates. And he going to throw all her liquor bottles and her packs of cigarettes right behind her. And now that was new to me. Now that was really, really new to me. And I must say, I kind of felt something for William when I found I still don't care for him for the way he treat Harry, but I kind of felt that Diana probably, kind of smiling a little bit where she's at when she think about that. He has never forgiven her and he never will. Who would have thought? I thought, because like I said, on X and in these internet streets, they call him William Parker Bowles. And I thought he had just complied to it. He had become a company man and that he had just adopted her as his stepmother. He had forgiving and let bygones be bygones. But when I read that Tom Sykes article yesterday, I'm telling you, I must say my heart leaped a little bit. I said, all right now, William, all right now, William, don't tell me you're going to absolutely give her the boot when Charles is up out of here. And it's well deserved. Because what did the queen say? The queen said she wanted her to be the queen consort. And you could tell that those words got stuck in the queen's throat because the queen never have liked her. The queen never liked Charles' horse. She just tolerated her. And now we know that his boys only did the same. Diana's boys only did the same. Now, William got his problems, and we all know what they are. But he ain't forgot about what this woman did to his mama, and I love that for him. I do. I do. I love it for him. And I'm telling you, I hope I'm around because you never know how long Charles is gonna live, and you never know how long I never know how long I'm gonna live. But if I'm around, I am going to really, really enjoy William kicking her out. Just like Charles did Angela Kelly. Charles made her hurry up and get gone and threw rocks at her where she was going down the road. I don't wonder what she did. She probably got out of her station and hid behind the queen. That may be what happened. And when the queen, they said that Charles really, really, all of the queen's staff said he dismissed them right out of hand. He was done with them. I wonder why. I guess they all keep score. They all keep score of what people done did. I'm telling you, they keep score because you remember they absolutely got rid of everybody. It was a big story about it. All them people was redundant after the queen died. And yep, So I just cannot. I must say, it puts a smile on my face to know William is going to do that. And that's the way he feels. I'm glad because I think about Diana and how dirty they did her. How dirty they did her. But I'm sure Charles is going to find some kind of provision for him. But we don't know what kind of restrictions is on him. It might be some kind of restriction with that money that he can't do all that. I don't know. I hope so. Because I hope she has to go and live with Tom. I hope she gets down to that. I hope she gets down to her last cigarette because she deserves that. The way she has behaved and the way she has moved in this world in order to get what she got, and she went through this young girl and then turn around and misuse Harry, this little boy. She has been a cruel, vicious woman. And I just hope karma just absolutely come to visit her. But I digress. And it says, do you know that I have been calling this rift for 2 months? So this squatty is saying that she has been seeing this. The two houses are fighting so badly. A recent PR strategy without taking anything away from the brave girl Liz, but they use this as a PR strategy to cover the fact that they wasn't invited to the Commonwealth Gala that Charles and Camilla hosted the same day. What y'all think about that? Now, I was thinking the reason they did that with that poor little girl. Either way, it's despicable using that child. But I was thinking it was because Harry was doing the well child. But you know, two things can be true at the same time. It could be both of them. And I did not. This goes to show you how much PR publicity that Charles and his horse garners. Who knew about this Commonwealth Day? This what is it? The Commonwealth Commonwealth. What's the name of it? I lost it. It was some kind of gala that they were having, the Commonwealth Gala. Who knew about that? And then I hadn't saw not one article. And much as I looked through articles, I have nobody wrote an article about it. Nobody don't be caring about what Charles and Camilla doing. Nobody. It says Commonwealth Gala that Charles and Camilla hosted the same day because one would think this would have been the time for the next in line to start forging those connections with those Commonwealth countries, but he was nowhere to be seen. Kate should have been the one to step in Elizabeth II's footsteps about the Girls Guided Patreon, but this has been given to Sophie since yesterday. So something is definitely going on, but they have to put on a front. Well, William don't care for Charles, and he been talking about his reign, like I said, ever since. uh, Charles, he became the Prince of Wales. He's been talking about it. And how many times have I gotten on a podcast and said that William talking about his coronation, how he wasn't gonna invite Harry, just always talking about it. And Charles is still upright. He has no respect for Charles whatsoever. And he really don't now that he got his own money. And Charles, and I'll tell you when I figured out something was up, when Charles announced that he was gonna, well, when he had the C word, he had cancer. And William was not gonna step in for him and try to um try to up his game and to take on some of Charles's duty. If you're gonna be the king one day, wouldn't you want to be stepping in when the king is sick or something like that? And William released a statement and said no, he was gonna take care of his wife and children. He was not going to do anything for his sick father. It was weird, I thought, because I understood, when it's people who wife or spouse has to deal with cancer and they keep working, sometimes the person with cancer keeps working. What is going on there? But I knew it was something then. William, he don't really care for Camilla or Charles. And also when they made that shampoo commercial and they said that the people that they really lean on was the militants, I knew right then. But yeah, that's what the squatties are talking about. That's what the squatties are talking about. They're still talking about that Tom Sykes. I mean, it has really started to ramp up. When I went and we did the podcast on it, it wasn't hardly nobody talking about it. I saw one person talking about it. Now on X, formerly known as Twitter, that's all people are talking about and dragging Camilla Tominey the liar because it exposed so much and it was so shocking. It was very, very shocking. And it was very, very juicy. So we all know the number one thing that shocked me was William's feelings about Anne. He said it's no place, Anne do 500 plus engagements a year. And he said it's no place for any of that in a modern monarchy. They gonna start doing just a few uh targeted type things. Basically, they ain't want to do nothing. He don't want to do any of that. He is going to be the laziest king. And they saying that they want to just whittle it down to just about nobody working. They need to do that because people are gonna have a problem with them not doing nothing and them running all them checks. Well, this lady in waiting, I got this on the dark side. And on GB News, I'm gonna put it up here. It said Lady in Waiting backs royal family without role for Anne, Edward, Sophie, and Prince Harry. My whole thing is they just have to put Harry in the mix. Harry, how would Harry want to roll? They just keep trying to make Harry want them. It's pathetic. But I wonder how Anne feels about this. But Anne is well into her 70s. She ought to want to retire. Why is she out there working so hard? But she be out there working hard. She be out there dressed up as in the in her army outfits. Anne is a mess. I'm not gonna get on Anne, but I'm gonna put a picture of Anne up here dressed in these army outfits. What she be dressing? Oh, Lord have mercy. Let me go on. This says a lady in waiting has backed the royal family without roles for Prince Anne, Prince Edward, Sophie, and Prince Harry. But we all know that Harry don't want their role. Harry pretty much told them to take their role and stick it where the sun don't shine. So I don't know why they keep keeping his name in their mouth because Harry is not thinking about them. But I think, well, in the Tom Sykes article, they said that Sophie and Edward did not have a good relationship with Charles and Camilla, and they did not have a bad relationship with Charles and Camilla. But they have garnered a good relationship with William and Sophie. I mean, William and, you know, the cancer patient, the cancer patient. And so the so-called cancer patient, that's what I need to put. The pseudo cancer patient, that's what I need to put. So in that article, it said that Sophie and Edward was gonna get a major role. And even Lady Louise and Viscount Severance might get a become working roles until at least George and Charlotte and Louis, get up some size. Yeah. So I don't know about this, but this woman is saying she don't care if all of them go. She really, and which I am really surprised that Anne does not garner more support. I was really surprised by that. Y'all tell me, was y'all surprised by it? Because I was really surprised by. I thought Anne really, really had a lot of sway within that family, a lot of respect, a lot of sway, a lot, because I know she has a lot. She has the ear of Charles, but I don't know. They saying after Charles go, she going out there with the horse, and I'm not talking about Camilla. I'm talking about the one that kicked in the head. I'm just saying. All right, it says the British designer claims that Lady Pamela 95 is a strong opponent to a modernized monarchy. Hicks says she thinks that it is modernizing in the way that it should, and she absolutely believes that thinning down the royal family and making it a core hard working four. And what she means by it says the 57-year-old was referring to King Charles III, his horse, and the Prince and Princess of Wales are the hard-working four. To be honest, Charles, who is the one who's supposedly stricken with cancer, is the hardest working one out of all them four. Camilla don't do nothing. Camilla just do not do nothing. What do Camilla do? Charles actually outworked them all. So I don't know what she's talking about. It says, in so doing, Hicks omitted Prince Anne and the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh and the Duke of Sussex. In actuality, the Princess Royal 74 is the hardest working member of the royal family. She beats King Charles as the hardest working royal for 2023, carrying out a massive 457 engagements. Wow, and the Princess Royal complete 32 more engagements than her older brother, who only completed 425. And that's a lot. That is absolutely a lot. Meanwhile, Edward 60 came in third behind his two older siblings with a whopping 297. They said Prince William and Kate, on the other hand, only completed 172 and 128 engagements, respectively. They didn't work at all before she got so called cancer. Can you imagine only showing up for work in a whole year 127 times? What? That is about 4 months of work for the normal person, if that. Because that's just the days that they don't do it 30 minutes. They stay 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and they done. And that's an engagement. It's ridiculous, but they are kicking uh Anne out. Anne is being kicked out. And I don't, Anne is 74 years old. I don't, but like I said, Anne, she a hardy 74. I tell you that much because she would still be riding horses and everything else. All right, this particular article is from yesterday. This is the article that I was going to do with this Tom Sykes article, but I did not get to it. And then I said I wanted to make sure that I give it its just because it has gotten to the point where I am sick of this. And I just really feel like somebody just needs to start saying it. And I am going to be the first one to start ringing this bell. I saw this and I just said, I'm going to address it. I found this in the Daily Express, and it says, I'm going to put it up here, Meghan Markle and Harry reeling as celebrity friends ditch couple. And you know who the celebrity friends they talking about? Let's read on. It said Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's celebrity friends are horrified by their attacks on the royal family. It has been claimed. The truth is a text. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, celebrity friends, may be distancing themselves from the couples following the Sussexes' attack on the royal family, according to the Daily Mail's Richard Eaton Maureen. Family is everything to David and Victoria Beckham. That's who they're talking about. And I tell you this, I am sick of this. I am sick of them. Every time they write an article like this, it's always about David and Victoria Beckham. They're celebrity friends. They celebrity friends. Where in the heck is David Beckham and Victoria Beckham celebrities anywhere except in the UK? In America, they are so far down the list, they are two or three clicks past Z level celebrities. Most Americans know David and Victoria Beckham from the Uber commercials because they be on there hawking Uber Eats, trying to get you to order food from Uber Eats. That's the only thing that Americans know anything about David Beckham. He is a person who used to play soccer for us, and she used to be in a group, a whoop de doo. But they are not A-list celebrities by far. And Harry and Meghan, I am sure that they are good with them not being friends with them anymore. Harry and Meghan are friends with A-list celebrity, and I don't have to get on here and name them all. Harry and Meghan are friends with people that David Beckham and Victoria Beckham only wish that they could be friends with. The places that Harry and Meghan go, they only wish that they could go. When Beyonce's concert, every who's who, Beyonce's concert, celebrities was at Beyonce's concert. All the celebrities, you know you are big when A-listers come to see you. And that's the way it was for Beyonce. And who is Beyonce's friend? Who be chit-chatting with Meghan and Harry? Beyonce. Beyonce. Like I said, celebrities go and see Beyonce's concert. I love Taylor Swift, but I, it don't be as many celebrities at Taylor Swift's concerts as they be at Beyonce's. I'm telling you, they could just do a documentary about who shows up at Beyonce's concerts. Travis Scott, Kylie Jenner, you name it, they were there. You name it, they were there. Uh, I, just all of them. Like I said, all the A-listers was there. But yet and still, somehow, Harry and Meghan is supposed to fall on their knees and hold their stomachs and cry hours on end because this couple somehow feels that they shouldn't have done the things that they have done or said or spoke out on the abuse that they suffered within that foul family. So they has distanced themselves. And I'm gonna say this. Victoria Beckham, who buys her clothes? Who buys her clothes? Megan was the only one putting her clothes on and trying to give her a clout. You never see celebrities. all the time. Like Zendaya was at Beyonce's concert. Her and Tom Holland, all of them was there. You name it, the celebrities was there. And I don't see Zendaya wearing Victoria Beckham clothes. I don't see nobody. When have you saw a celebrity that they said that they were wearing Victoria Beckham? The only person who would throw her a bone was Megan. And yet it's still, and I don't know if she got something to say, but what I'm saying is this. They really need to stop using them. Because when you say celebrity couple, you are really reaching. Because these people, a celebrity is somebody who is recognized when they walk down the streets of New York City. When you are so big that you can't walk down the streets of New York City, or you can't walk down the street, they could walk down the streets in anywhere. Nobody know who these people is. Like I said, they if you ask an American if they did recognize them, they would say they was from Uber Eats. So they just would hope that Meghan and Harry would throw them a bone. So they need to stop with the nonsense. I am sick to death of them using David and Victoria Beckham. And I'm going to give an example. If David Beckham is so big, why in the world, when he went on this engagement with William, nobody cared? Nobody cared. That was a local story. If Harry had went anywhere, that's an international story. That's a global story. Meghan goes to lunch, that's a global story. They be writing about it in the Indian Times and all over the place. Glamour be dissecting her clothes. Victoria Beckham go all over the place. Don't nobody see her. Don't anybody pap her. Nobody cares about her and David. Nobody. And all he does is brown nose and tap dance trying to get a knighthood so he can be Sir David Beckham. I mean, the the thirst is real when it comes to, I mean, you can just see it. His mouth is dry every time he sees William or Charles. They can just absolutely give him a look and he straightens his back up because he wants that. And it all comes from that mentality that they have over there across the pond, that these somehow want to be accepted by these mediocre people who just slip through the birth canal. Somehow they want this honor from these people. And that's him. And of course, he would. If William told him not to talk to Harry anymore, of course he wouldn't talk to Harry anymore. But Harry don't care. Meghan don't care. And like I said, the only person who I know of that's super famous or even a C-level uh, celebrity, nobody wears her clothes. Meghan was the only one that would wear her dress or wear a blouse of hers or something like that to try to give her a little shine. But you notice lately, Meghan has served her up dust. And that's exactly what her and her husband deserve. So stop with the celebrity couple because they're only celebrities in the UK. They're not celebrities in the world. Nobody knows them and nobody wants to know them. She looks like she is sucking on a lemon most of the time. We don't know her and we don't want to know them. They don't look like people we would want to know. And Harry and Meghan is good. So stop with this. Stop with calling them some kind of celebrity couple. Who in the world? Many how many movie premieres or galas was Victoria Beckham at the Met Gallery gala? Was her and David at the Met Gala? No, no, they wouldn't. They couldn't get a ticket if they absolutely got on their belly and crawled and begged to get one because nobody knows who they are. And they ought to be glad that Meghan or Harry will throw them a bone. So Richard Eden really needs to stop with this nonsense because all he's doing is embarrassing himself and embarrassing them. Because I have to come on here and absolutely read them the or film because this is ridiculous. I am so sick of this. Always dragging them out whew, like they are George Clooney and George Clooney is not an A-lister anymore. They not an A-lister anymore. It's new people coming up all the time. But nobody cares about Victoria Beckham and David Beckham. Who cares about them and who knows them? Like I said, the only thing they have over here is Uber Eats. That's it. That's it. And I use DoorDash. So stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. And William, he can have Victoria and Beckham. And Harry and Meghan will have Beyonce, Tyler Perry, Oprah, and Kevin Costner, you name it, they'll have it. They'll have them. And it'll be all right. We'll see who gets into the best restaurants and get into the best galas. Cause if you think Harry and Meghan couldn't have got a ticket to the Met Gallery, to the Met Gallery, I keep saying that to the Met Gala, I got a bridge to sell you. But I bet you the Beckhams couldn't have. Because if they could have, they would have been there. So stop it. Stop it. They can have him. They can have him and they can have her. I'm just saying. All right, next up is I got this over to the dark side too. And this is Nana. I'm going to put a picture of Nana up. And Nana is turned into a white woman. Nana is turning into a white woman. At least she trying to. She gonna have a full head of blonde hair in a minute, is she? I'm telling you, them wigs is getting lighter and lighter and lighter, and she is looking scarier and scarier and scarier. I'm telling you, she looked like she is the crypt keeper. And I don't know, y'all probably, if UK squatties, y'all probably don't know what I'm talking about, but we used to have a horror um, series over here, and a person who looked just like Nana used to host it, and his name was the Crypt Keeper. And oh my God, Nana is looking just like the Crypt Keeper. Who be advising Nana? Who be telling Nana she look good? Cause I'm telling you, it must be somebody who absolutely can't see. He must be Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder must be Stevie Wonder must be advising Nana because she is getting worse and worse and worse. But I digress. This is her and Angela Levin. And only reason I even entertain this is because Angela Levin really talks crazy sometimes. And she literally continues to threaten Harry. And my whole thing is, if I was Harry, it wouldn't be too many more times this old bat, this old hag, this old saddlebag, this old handbag would threaten me. And that's all she does. And it's all because she feels like his success is somehow an affront to the royal family. Let's get into it. It says Prince Harry's issued warning as he carries out dangerous series of engagements. Now, you would think he was going into a dangerous place, you know, doing all these engagements that she was casting being dispersed, casting dispersion. I can't even say a word. It's getting late here, y'all. She was talking bad. She was talking bad about Africa, and that is not what she was doing. She was actually threatening Harry. It says Prince Harry's recent set of engagements are dangerous because he risks aggravating the royal family. Why is him being successful is dangerous? Why she use that word? I'm telling you, Angela Levin, something needs to be done about her. They really do. Because she is really talking entirely too much. It says Prince Harry's recent set of engagements are dangerous because it risks aggravating the royal family, according to royal biographer Angela Levin. Speaking on GB News, Levin joined Nana Akua to discuss the Duke's uh, recent days without his wife, Meghan Markle, by his side. He was recently seen in Lesotho, South Africa, carrying out charity work and meeting royalty. But the trip is ill advised, Levin says, as she went about criticizing the Duke's recent uh, exploits. His eighth solo engagement in 9 days on his own is a very interesting thing, she said. He's gone to all these charities he used to work with as a working royal, and I think it's way it let me start it over. He's gone to all these charities he used to work for with I don't know what's wrong with my tongue tonight. Y'all be patient with me. Be patient with me. It says he's gone to all these charities he used to work with as a working royal, and I think it's a way to say I don't need the royal family. I can do this all on my own. I can do this much better because everyone still loves me. They need to lock this woman up. I think it's very I think it is a very I think it is a very dangerous thing to do. I think the royal family will come up with something because they can't have this. It's appalling. What they gonna come up with? A free person. See how she threatening him? Nana Accure then put into Levin that Harry was in Africa carrying out important charity work, and therefore it's unfair to criticize. He wasn't there for very long, she snapped back. Also, he tells us all how he doesn't like the paparazzi and press. He was loving it out there. That's what Angela Levin said. I don't believe that for a second. The prince traveled to South Africa to perform duties with the Senabali charity, which he co founded in 2006. The office of the Prince of Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, took to their Sussex.com website to update its readers on the trip. They issued a statement which said today marks a significant moment as the Duke of Sussex, or Mahela, or as he is affectionately known by the Basotho people, commenced his trip to Lesotho, warmly welcomed by the King and Queen in a private meeting. This occasion not to rekindle, let's see, This occasion not only rekindles cherished connections from his childhood, but also to celebrate a remarkable milestone, the 200th anniversary of the nation. The Duke holds a special place in his heart for the nation, particularly particularly through his work with Cinebalade, an organization he co-founded alongside Prince Siso in 2006 to support vulnerable children in South Africa. So what they did was, you see what they did? They talked about her nonsense, and then they went back in and put in some sensible responses. That's what they did. But Angela Levin is crazy. She is certifiably insane. And she is absolutely threatening Harry. She is. Did you hear what she said? She said, I think it's I think that is a very dangerous thing to do. I think the royal family will have to come up with something because they can't have this. It's appalling. They can't have Harry being successful. They can't have Harry being a global global advocate and being good at it. That's what Angela Levin is saying with her. I'm gonna put a picture of her and Nana up here. Her head looks like a basketball, and it ain't got nothing in it. How can your head be that big and totally and absolutely void of any common sense? I don't know. But yes, and talking about his eight solo engagement in 9 days on his own is a very interesting thing. She said he's gone to all these charities he used to work with as a working royal, and I think it's a way to say I don't need the royal family. Well, he don't, and I can do all of this on my own. I can do this much better because everyone still loves me. Well, they do. And that right there is the rub for Angela because she has spent better part of ooh, 5 years now trashing them and trying to manipulate people to hate Harry and to hate Meghan, and it is a big fat fail. And she's coming to the realization of that. Now she is reaching out to the royal family and say they got to do something about it. What they gonna do about it? Because let me tell you this, royal family, the world is looking at you. And if one hair on Harry's head, Meghan's head, or those two babies' head go missing, get hurt, or somehow get plucked out, then you're going to have a problem that you never anticipated. You never anticipated the Success Squad. You thought you were going to be able to destroy this couple without any pushback. You thought you were going to be able to work your black magic that you have always been able to do and just destroy them. But I'll pop this group. And don't think that we will ever, ever, ever go away because that's not going to happen. We are only growing in numbers and getting more and more stronger. And we have eyes on you. So you can listen to this old crazy lady if you want to. I'm just saying. All right. Let's go on. I wanted to put this up real quick. This is by one of my favorite favorite squatties, and her name is Zanny Sussex, and she always comes with the truth and the facts, and she is constantly coming up with stuff because she is always looking for things and finding things that you would never be looking for or finding. And she found this, and it said this. I have I have to bring attention to a trend that I have noticed lately here in Australia. There are in deluge of it there is a deluge of sponsored posts placed in Murdoch papers and spreading blatant lies about Harry and Meghan. Someone is actually paying to place them. William's excessive jealousy knows no bounds. And look, you see where she said that? It's sponsored. I noticed that one time, was it in Facebook? On Facebook? I think it was on Facebook at one time. And it also was on X, formerly known as Twitter. They were paying for ads. It was sponsored. And you see that it says Prince William rejects Prince Harry's offer to return to royal duty, trying to make people believe that Harry wants them. And they paid for their ad. And they pay for bots. They pay for all kinds of things to try to manipulate people's minds into believing their nonsense because they know they are losing. I love that. I'm glad she brought that to our attention. Also, it is I think it's like 40 seconds. It's less than a minute, and it is a behind the scenes type video about Harry when he was in New York. And it is so great. And I am going to post in the description, I am going to put the link there so you can go and watch it. I want you to see it. It is so sweet. And it's just so good how Harry is moving and shaking in them streets in New York City. Oh my goodness. It's just behind the scenes stuff. And him video chatting Archie and Lilybeth and Megan. He's on there doing that. It is just so good. And I am going to put that link in the description. Also, this Access Hollywood, Nacho was on Access Hollywood, and he was talking about the new Polo show that's coming up on Netflix that him and Harry are co-producing. And he is just calling BS on all they nonsense when they was trying to trash it. You know, when Tom Sykes wrote that hit piece on it and talking about Netflix was not happy with it because Harry wasn't in it and and all that nonsense. And Nacho calls BS on that all that mess. And he just talks about Harry in such a loving, caring, wonderful way, like any brother would about someone that they love, like a brother. And I want y'all to see that. And I'm going to put that link in the description also. And I just saw this picture of Harry and I just loved it. Oh my goodness. Harry looks good. Harry look good. He do. It said whatever Megan is doing to her man, it is working. He looks so good. And I love his shoes and everything. Megan has upgraded Harry. Harry, now she upgraded his clothes, but Harry always was the man that he is now. Now he always was that. But she upgraded him when it comes to clothes, and especially shoes. Harry never did have any new shoes. He said he used to get Charles's old hand-me-down shoes. I mean, they treated him so horribly. So yeah, Megan's man is looking good, looking good, looking good. And y'all know Beatrice is gonna have a baby. I saw this and I'm telling you, I know it's messy. It is messy and it's wrong and everything, but I'm gonna tell y'all what, when I saw this post, because they said under the post where she posted this that people were just not very nice. And I don't like Beatrice because she is, you can tell she is just as snotty as she can be. And she definitely was not welcoming of Megan and Megan. And you remember her at Megan and Harry's wedding. She was up there snickling and acting really very rude. And so ever since then, I don't care for her. I always would give Eugenie a little grace, but look like she has fallen back in line over there with William. So I'll probably be dragging her soon, but today is Beatrice's time. And so they saying that she's gonna have a baby. I wish she has a healthy baby. This particular drag didn't have anything to do with the baby. I only wish her well on that end. But when I saw this, I thought I would die laughing. It said this particular person said her face looks so weird there, like her eyes don't look. Let me try again. It said her face looks so weird there, like her eyes don't look at the at the at the same thing. And when you look at it, there her eyes. Now she is not as bad as Jan Moore, because Lord knows Jan, one eye be looking at you and one eye be looking for you, Jan Moore. But this one, when they say her face looks so weird there, her eyes don't look at the same thing. I thought I would die laughing. And look what somebody said above it. Two, you know the squatties, they are messy when they want to be. It said 2 feet make bug eyes. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. But I'm telling you, it took me a while to be able to read that. I'm just saying. And I saw this. I wanted to share this with y'all. Let me get over Toofy McBug eyes. Let me get myself. Let me get myself. Yeah. I saw this, and this to me was so profound. It says the truth. It said when Harriet Tubman was born, Thomas Jefferson was alive. And when Harriet Tubman died, Ronald Reagan was alive. Stop saying everything was 400 years ago. It would. And that is just astonishing to me. You know, yeah, people always want to say everything was a long time ago. No, it wasn't a long time ago. It's just, it was just a few generations ago. I'm just saying. I just found that interesting. And of course, y'all know what this means. And I'm sorry, I don't know what was wrong with me today. My tongue was tied up. But show me some grace, y'all. Show me some grace. It's Saturday, and I've been out all day, and I've been trying to put the read together and trying to be in these internet streets. So give me some grace. I'm going to put this up. This says, such a squad with receipts every time people over there starts to BS. I said I was always going to end with this for a while because, that's the way we are. We very protective of Harry and Meghan. Don't come with the nonsense because you will absolutely we will eat your face off. I'm just saying. All right, y'all. Bye. Goodbye.